Hello and welcome back to the University of Maryland Terps Esports Broadcast Center. Tonight is the grand finale of our Rocket League streams this semester. My name is Buka.
And my name is Danko, and it is a great night for some Terps Rocket League Premier action.
That's right, Danko. Tonight we've got a big one, a chance at some silverware. UMD will be playing against the University of Delaware in the NECC Grand Finals.
I'm so looking forward to this one. The team has worked so hard to get here, and I can't wait to see how they perform. But before we get into the action, let's go over the rules of your typical Rocket League tournament match. Since this is a championship match, we will be playing a best of 7 instead of a best of 5. So the first team to win 4 games wins the series. And if you've never played Rocket League before, don't worry, the rules are simple. It's soccer with cars. Hit the ball in the net more times than the opponent and you win. If the clock hits 0 and you guys are tied, then you go into overtime, where the first goal wins.
This will be our last chance this year to see our players in the studio. Let's get a look at them. Turtle on the left, Hexy on the right, and Waiters right in the middle. These guys are ready to take home a chip.
I couldn't agree more. I think we've got a team that's more than up to the task of beating Delaware. Before we get in the game though, let's take a moment to interview Turtle. Turtle, welcome. How are you feeling about this upcoming championship match?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yesterday we came out, we lost, but I think we were pretty rusty yesterday because we had 2-3 weeks off. But I think today we're back and we're ready to play this championship game.
Yeah, really excited for this one. And you've been with us and Terps Esports from the very beginning. Loaded question here. Which roster is your favorite hit?
Ooh. Okay. I have 2 answers for this. I think going off pure skill and and gameplay, this current team is probably the best I've played on. But I think for vibes, I gotta go with Boog and JD.
Good job shouting out your old teammates. Now, thank you for your time. I'm gonna let you get back into the studio though. And that concludes our pre-show for the Rocket League BEC Finals. We'll get right into it after this short break.
I think by the end of the season, now we play together, everyone kind of jokes around a little bit more and kind of shines their natural ray. We're excited just to see them play better as well.
With the middle school program, the best part has been seeing the moments of teamwork where the middle schoolers really seem to get the game, and so that's when you can see they're starting to get a little bit hooked on how esports can be so fun.
Off game, or will Red turn things around?
Terp Adventures. Take flight at Stamp. Host to countless Maryland events, programs, performances, and more. Feed your body, feed your mind, feed your soul. Let your talents soar. Dance, sing, perform, find your thing. Join more than 800 student organizations and clubs. Find community here. Leadership lives here. Art thrives here. With space to grow. We're all just kids at heart. Let your imagination fly. Compete. Play. With wings on our feet. Here your spirit can fly. Here your soul lifts up. Here you remember those who came before. This is STAM. This is the Center for Campus Life, where Terp Adventures take flight. You belong here. Come fly with us.
Hello and welcome back to the Terps Esports stream. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm here with my co-caster Denko, and it looks like we're going to be getting into this match soon. The last match of this year. How do you feel about this one?
Pretty good. And it's a finals match of all things. When was the last time we casted a finals match in studio?
I don't think I have, personally.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time I have either. It's been a minute, but I think we're getting into the game really soon, so hopefully UMD can put on a show.
Yeah, but, you know, it's been fairly long semester. We spent a lot of time in this studio. We spent a lot of time sitting here, you know, watching these matches, commentating these matches. You know, it's been a good time in here, chilling with you, watching the boys handle business.
Yeah, just chatting it up, chopping it up. I'm really glad to be in here, man. It's been great. Really solid semester as well, not just from UMD, but from UMD Esports as a whole. Or UMD, not just Rocket League. Oh man. So, I think it's about time. I mentioned this last time, but we already got into the series. Over or under 4 goals, or 4.5 goals.
I'm gonna go under.
Under. We'll see about that. Just because you said under, I'm gonna go over. First games are always a little bit messy, so we'll see just how bad it is.
Just kind of a question. It's just kind of a question of whether it'll be more messy in offense or in defense, you know. Whether teams are going to kind of mess up on their own goal line or are going to, like, mess up the other team's kind of scoring chances. You know, you never really know how these games are going to swing, but obviously Game 1 is always a very pivotal piece in how the rest of the series is going to go. So I'd like to see how this one goes, you know. I want to see how the tone of this series is going to be set as we get into it.
Yeah, UMD known for building into their series. We need them to build into this one for sure. It was a little bit of a rough loss yesterday, but like Turtle said, they were coming off a long break. Not a whole lot of Rocket League being played, a lot of turkey being eaten instead. So hopefully now they've had a little bit more time to warm up, lock in just a little bit more. We should see them put on quite a performance.
Yeah, and with a longer series like this, you can expect them to build into it more because there's literally just more space to build into it. There's more space to build up. There's a little bit more space for, you know, slower starts that go into, you know, faster finishes, and that's kind of the point of having the, you know, best of 7 in the grand finals, so that there is just more time for a team to, like, really find cohesion and show you who is the best.
Yeah, in addition, best of 7s I think have much better storylines because the impact of a sweep versus like a 7-game crawl versus even the dreaded reverse sweep, it just allows you to paint much better of a picture in terms of like which team is better, which team is worse, all that good stuff.
Yeah, longer series, different strategy, a team kind of has to pull... But yeah, longer series, different strategy. A team kind of has to pull more strategies out of their bag and, you know, see how much further they can go. And, you know, that's just not really something that you normally see in like a 3-game series or a 5-game series.
Yeah, 3-game series, kind of a joke, honestly. Those are mostly just used in qualifiers anyway. Yeah. So, best of 5s, I think, a little bit better. Pretty solid in terms of like tournament structure. It's enough time to see if a team is truly good or not, if they sweep or if they just manage to win faster. But Game 7's, like I said, the most exciting of them all, reserved for these special occasions.
All right. And we've got here just a cam of the players getting ready to get into this game. We see their waiters right there, very locked in. Hexy as well. The team as a whole just seems very, very, you know, on edge, very ready to just get into this match and to get this game started and to get the series started.
Poised.
They look as ready as, you know, poised. That's definitely the word. They look as ready as they've ever been to get this match started.
Yeah, getting a little bit impatient though, waiting for this game to start. It's alright, these things happen.
Yeah.
I already mentioned one bet. What's another solid one? How How many games do you think this series is going to be?
I mean, obviously I'm a little bit biased. I want to see 4 or 5, you know. Just, I want to see UMD handle this quickly. My actual bet would probably be, do you think that Waiters gets demoed in this first game?
In the first game? I'm going to say yes. Did that happen, like, at all last series, though?
No, actually. I don't think that he got demoed a single time this series.
I think that, yeah, I think it's a pretty safe bet to say Waiters would get demoed in the first match. I don't know. Teams just kind of have it out for him for some reason. Maybe they can just tell he's a freshman and they want to bully him.
Yeah, man.
I don't think it's right.
That's the thing. They can sense that he's balling in the defense, and they're like, okay, if we need to disrupt UMD's defensive rotations, we just need to get rid of that guy. But it's like, come on, man, leave him alone. He's just a little guy.
He's just a chill guy, honestly.
Yeah, he's a chill dude.
How could you hate Waiters, man?
That's my boy right there.
Well, I say that, and then he like scores a double tap right on their forehead, and then I'm like, all right, maybe that's why they hate him.
Listen, a dude like that can still handle business. Listen, everybody on this team can handle business. We've been sitting here in this booth for the past, like 3 months just watching these guys handle business. They know exactly how to do the job, and they know exactly what the job is.
Yeah, like Turtle said in the interview as well. I think he said these guys are the best mechanically or just overall. And I would have to agree for sure. I've seen the most positive results from this team so far. Looking forward to seeing many more, especially tonight.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that we want to see in the future, but what happens tonight is the thing right in front of us, and as we get into this match, UMD looks to take home some silverware against the University of Delaware. You see here, kickoff there. Turtle gets the ball over, but only gets it as far as, I think, odds from Delaware. Delaware trying to push that ball off the inside corner, pass it to a teammate and set up some offensive pressure. Seems to be working just a little bit. Hexy, though, has enough boost there to get to that ball first. But it's not enough to get the ball cleared out, which he does there, bouncing that off the side wall, a big pinch into that orange half. UMD has relieved that defensive pressure.
UMD doing a good job not getting too awkward there. You can see that as their boost gets a little bit lower, they have to make sacrifices to, almost a good shot there from Hexy. But yeah, as I was saying, they have to make these sacrifices on where to position, what balls to go for in order to get the best defensive showing.
Ooh, there we see beautiful bump there from Turtle in the midfield. It just clears lanes there for Hexy. We see big air dribble there from the back wall from Hexy. Beats odds. And then we just see, was that a bump or just a miscommunication there? I think Turtle comes in, causes, a little bit of a jumble. Yeah, some disruption in that Delaware back line, and that ball just ends up in the Delaware net. 1-0 to UMD with 4 minutes left on the clock.
Now, Stellar with a little bit of a back pass down there. UMD all over this ball, though. We get the passing play to 1, so Waiters too high of a shot, though. Can they follow through?
Hexy tries to drop that ball down to the middle, but there's nobody to follow up. Stella takes control, tries to push that over into the midfield to make a spot where a Delaware attacker could follow up, but he's not close enough. We see here now Delaware just trying to make something in that midfield, and odds attempting that aerial bump on the UMD defender. It's not enough to clear a spot, but he does take that shot there off of the crossbar and out of the UMD net. Hexy carrying it forward.
Hexy just has some crazy ball control, man. If he had 100 boosts, he was definitely scoring that. You can see him get flip resets from literally any sort of position on the ball. It's kind of amazing to see, actually. Now, hopefully we can see something like that happen in this match. We saw a little bit of that happen earlier. Now Hexy going up for it. Tries to get the double tap. And just barely misses it. Delaware defense scrambling to save that one.
Yeah, but we see here UMD are in positions to set up these team plays, and we see there that infield passing play. 1, 2, 3 passes, but that last shot was not in a great spot, and a Delaware defender is there to pick up on it. We can see here that UMD does have that, team interplay. They have that interconnect between the teams set up. And the hope is that as they keep that going, these moments that are, just like hype little shots can turn into goals.
Yeah, UMD chemistry super high right now. We need them to stay locked in as these Delaware players get just a little bit more offense under their belts. They're trying right now, but UMD is just looking rock solid. There's a good infield passing attempt, but it just gets beamed directly to Turtle, who could have gone for that shot had he realized that they didn't have enough boost. But sadly, only we can see that. So he played the safe option instead. Another infield pass there from, oh man, another infield pass from Delaware. Odds to Scooter, muscling that one through.
Yeah, we see there, Scooter just moves it to Odds. Odds sends it back to Scooter. Hexy in a position to save the shot from Odds, but Scooter is just there to dunk it, just push it through, and it just ends up inside the net. We see there a demo of Turtle Waiters, though, still alive.
Oh.
Tries to push that into the net, gets it past the man, but does not get it on target. Hexy also demo. Waiters is the last man standing up here. Turtle respawn comes forward, tries to just dunk that into the net the same way that other shot from Scooter came through, but it does not end up there. Waiters is demoed. My parlay hits beautiful. Well, not beautiful, because Waiters is my boy. We see their Turtle trying to put that shot on target, but it does not end up going on. And now Stellar has control, trying to push that towards the UMD net.
Yeah, man, preying on their downfall is crazy.
Listen. My parlay hit. Now I can uncomplicatedly root for the team. That's how it works.
Oh man, was that a miss from Waiters? That would have been a good shot attempt there, but sadly, nothing more came from it.
Oh my god. These demos.
Yeah, tends to happen. I'm surprised we haven't seen more, to be honest. Now, Udell's trying to get a little bit crazy in the net there, going for that demo inside the goal line.
Now, we've got a play here. Turtle trying to push that off of the back wall, make a good bounce for a teammate to follow up on. That doesn't end up going too far, only goes as far as Odds, who gets that ball to Stellar. Now into the UMD corner. Turtle pushing that ball out, takes control, beats one, beats two. Stellar gets beaten off of that back wall. Hexy takes that shot. Beautiful, but it only gets to Odds on the goal line, who puts that out fairly easily. Without a goal in the next few seconds, it looks like this one will go to overtime. Odds puts it up high on the back wall, and Hexy drops that down to the bottom. Overtime, sudden death. Turtle there with the kickoff. Dead ball, but it ends up going to Scooter, who comes forward, gets the bump on the defender, but he doesn't get it to go far enough, gets bounced back into that ball, and it ends up in a different position. Hexy now taking the ball, trying to carry it forward a little bit, but gets challenged very early. Delaware trying to put on a lot of early pressure here, see how much hit they can do up in the UMD half.
There's on the goal line, looking a little bit, what's the word? Looking a little bit scared, but UMD handles it with finesse. Just now, another counterattack opportunity. Turtle with the demo as well, but nobody's there to follow up. Can Hexy work with it though? He gets it past one, he passes the Turtle, who gets the net open.
Beautiful play. That's what I was talking about, those infield passes. When we get those connections working, that's the kind of stuff that can happen. And we see there Hexy with a lot of boost, sees that he could attempt to beat the man on the goal line, but also sees that he's got a teammate there. He's got two options, almost indefensible if the attacker knows what to do with it. And a player like Hexy knows exactly what to do with that. That's 1-0 to UMD.
Yeah, UMD playing with confidence right now, because Turtle was like already up for that ball when Hexy had it. They come that out way in advance, had the shot planned. Udell just kind of disappeared on the net. I'm not really sure where they went, but it all works out.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that moment. There's the defender on the goal line, and he's got two decisions. Either he sits back in the net and he tries to wait for the pass, or he goes forward and he tries to defend against the, direct shot. You can only really cover one of those options, and Hexy, he saw that. He could see that the opponent was coming forward and trying to, stop his shot, and he could just kind of option select, send it to the teammate, and then he just tucks it into an open net.
Yeah, those passing plays are really the best way to dissect the defense like that. We saw a couple of them in Game 1. Some were successful, some were not. Hopefully we can see even more in Game 2. Something I've noticed throughout the season is that those passing plays are UMD's like real bread and butter. They tend to work out a lot more than some of the mechanical solo plays So
Yeah, UMD has like a solo player or two in them, but in a 3v3 format, you know, depending on solo plays can be perilous. It can be difficult. It might not even be like the best way to kind of depend on your team to score goals, even if you do have players who are talented enough to make those solo plays consistently, right? So what you really, really want is for your players to be able to handle those other moments where, you know, they see their teammates and, you know, the light bulb just flickers on. This is a place that I can make. This is a passing play that I can make. I can get the ball to my teammate. And as we get into game 2, hopefully UMD can build on that. Turtle with the demo there to odds.
now Hexy trying to take it slow. Not quite able to finish it off though. Udell trying their hardest to make sure that these demos don't ruin their defensive rotations too much. There's another attempt there from Turtle, but he was able to save that ball. Now looking like a little bit of panic from Udell. Another shot attempt there from Turtle, just shy though.
Now we see Turtle comes off of that ceiling, tries to get that ball into the middle, into a great spot for a teammate to shoot, but he does not manage to. Turtle though moving in again, tries. Turtle just in that orange corner trying to make a lot of stuff move, and he gets a demo for his troubles. Hexy now trying to kind of take that place, trying to create. We see their waiters beats 1, beats 2. The third one, though, the flick isn't high enough, and we see that ball slowly rolling towards the UMD net. Does not get far enough to be dangerous, and Turtle ends up corralling it out. Now Hexy, in that half, tries to get that bump, I think, onto Scooter, but he just does not manage to hit it, and there's nobody there to follow up.
Waiters accidentally grabbed that boost instead of leaving it for Hexy. Thought he was able to make a really clean solo play off of that, but just shy yet again. UMD's been laying on this offensive pressure though. Udell hasn't really had any chance to catch a breath. You can see now Waiters again trying to go for the ball there.
Yeah, we saw right there Turtle just kind of trying to threaten. You know, when you fall off the ceiling for a ceiling shot, you keep that flip the entire time. So you see there he's kind of just trying to threaten and fake by not using the flip, trying to get the opponents to kind of jump early so that the teammate can come in and just finish off that shot. But, you know, they don't bite, they just stay on the ground.
Now another infield pass from Delaware this time. Can't get any sort of momentum though. UMD, just constant pressure. That's what I like to see from them. Another demo from Waiters this time, getting his revenge.
Now we see Turtle with the ball, but with not too much time trying to get that ball out. Only goes as far as odds. Now Hexy with that ball up high, trying to push it into the middle. Doesn't manage to get past Stellar. Waiters, though, does get it past Scooter, who pushes it to Turtle in that other outside corner, who seems to try to carry it out and get a bump. Stellar dodges it, gets that knockout, and we see now it's cleared out back into the UMD half.
A little bit of an awkward double commit there, but they managed to make it work out. Let's see if they can continue it. Waiters with no boost tries to make an attempt. Now it's up to Hexy to keep that one in the corner. Yeah,
and we see there he handles it pretty well. Pushes that out to the side wall. Not so hard that it would bounce off the side wall and back into the center. A Delaware player tries to follow up on it, but isn't in a great position to. Now we see Turtle trying to play that ball as well, and we see a shot there from Waiters, top corner. Doesn't manage to get past odds, still. Great defense from him.
Yeah, they're just trying to wear Delaware down right now. They've been doing a good job so far, but they've been able to recover every single time.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I won both bets last game.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
It's too late. There's no gambling this game. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock, you know, still 0-0. There's not too much of a chance to see who might score like more or less. It's more of a question of who's going to score at all, as UMD tries to carry this ball out of their half. Hexy there pushes it only as far as midfield, only as far as Stellar, who tries to push it back forward. Like I mentioned earlier, I felt like this was how it was going to end up. It was going to be a little bit of a low-scoring defensive slugfest, and that seems exactly like how it's going.
Yeah, Udell patiently holding off all these attacks so far. Let's see if they try to get an offensive attack here, though. Good save from Turtle, sending it into the corner with Waiters to follow up. No boost on UMD, though. They can't really make any sort of play, and with Turtle getting demoed there as well, they have to scramble here just to not get counterattacked.
Now we see there a big challenge there from Turtle, pushes it out into that orange corner as far as odds. Hexy pulling in, trying to challenge, but both teams playing fairly strong defense. With 13 seconds left on the clock, it looks like this will be the second game in a row to go to overtime unless UMD can make something happen on this possession.
That's a good attempt there from Turtle, but nobody is there to follow up. Man, 0 seconds left. Turtle gets the good clear into the corner, and they just let it die.
Now, overtime. UMD starting this off with a challenge. Hexy with that kickoff, it ends up going to Turtle. Turtle trying to push that off the back wall, seemingly trying to get it to Hexy in the front so that he can hit just a little redirect into that net. Unfortunately, he's not close enough. Hexy gets demoed for his troubles. Now, in UMD's backfield, down one man with, you know, a little bit scrappy rotations. That's just kind of what happens when you lose a player, but still they manage to keep it out. Waiters retakes control going forward. He's demoed for his troubles. Turtle trying to stuff that ball into the net with a big 50, but it is not enough.
Oh, I don't like that takeoff from Turtle, though. Odds, though, can't capitalize.
Yeah, I don't think he was really in a spot where he could shoot that, but we see there a shot from, I think, Stellar, was it? But does not end up inside of the net. Now we've got just a whiff out there from UMD's backline. We see there a 2v1 play. A Delaware player tries to come in and get a bumper, a demo on the back line, but it's not enough. UMD manages to keep it out. 1 minute gone in this overtime. There's been a lot of pressure here from Delaware, but UMD has stayed strong so far.
Yeah, the first half of the game, UMD really had them on their toes, but now I think they've sort of evened it out more. Good demo from Stellar to try to force UMD's defense open a little bit more. They recover, though.
Now, here we go. Scooter trying to get that ball high, but only gets this high as Waiters. Waiters moves it over to Hexy, but Hexy is challenged up high by odds. Does not manage to get that ball into any kind of dangerous position. Ends up getting reset back to midfield, where Waiters with boost tries to carry it down into the middle. Scooter, again, defensive play on the goal line. Delaware has been fairly strong defensively, but they haven't managed to make too much happen on offense either. It's up to UMD and, you know, seeing if they can manage like a very big solo player, cohesive team play to see if they can make it crack their pass there into the middle, but Turtle's just not in a great position to finish it, and this ball ends up back in the UMD half.
UMD doing a good job of playing offensive, but also cautious at the same time. They don't want any silly counterattacks to just end the game like that. Waiters has to cover for this one on the back wall. Good recovery from him, though.
Yeah, very good play there off the back wall. He sees that he can't just drive up and take control of that, and he turns around. He gets a really good launch there. And what is going on?
Whoa. Yeah, I thought he just missed that ball, but suddenly was careening in the net. Hopefully it's not lagging quite as bad for them. Very, very difficult to play Rocket League when you're lagging. Probably some of the worst, like, lag I've ever seen in a video game, period.
Yeah, it's like Rocket League isn't great, but hopefully that's not what we're seeing here. What we do see, however, there is Waiters and Hexy playing that ball right up there. Hexy has control of that, just pushes that out straight to the corner. UMD now pushing out of their own half, but only gets as far as odds, who has time, he has boost, he has ball. But does he have enough to make something of it? He gets the ball to Stellar, but Stellar doesn't manage to push it past Hexy. Hexy now has time, is up high. Beautiful dunk to end that game.
Let's see how he does this one. Hexy with time and space on the ball is a dangerous combo. Gets the dunk on two of them, too. He's just bigger than them.
And the University of Maryland takes a 2-0 lead in this series. Look at that boy, Hexy handling business.
That one was quite a defensive scuffle, I'll say. Man, if we had bet on that game, our overs and unders would have been shot.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably gonna go under, so like,
Yeah.
And they did demo Waiters like 8 times.
Waiters also got his licks in, though. It wasn't just a one-sided affair.
Yeah, it was back and forth. It seems that Delaware really, like, I did notice that Delaware really seemed like very committed to the demo, kind of trying to break up UMD's defensive rotations to kind of force a defensive mistake out of UMD. Because honestly, from like what we were seeing here, at least in this game, that seemed like the main way that they would have scored a goal, by forcing a mistake out of UMD's defense rather than like any kind of like really inventive solo or team play.
Yeah, that was just a game of slowly whittling them down. Hopefully we can see a little bit more of an action-packed Game 3. I think now that both teams have sort of figured out how each one plays, we can see a bit more counterattacks and offensive prowess this series.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, we talk a lot about like how a team grows into a series, but it's not just how a team grows into a series. It's how a team really identifies the other team's ways and like means of playing, and we see there Hexy trying to push that ball, trying to make it happen very quickly before Delaware can set up rotations and like really start playing defensively, but he doesn't manage to get that ball on target. A little bump there, teensy bump. But it does not end up being enough there. We see there Hexy pushing forward.
Now Hexy gets the ball out of the corner, or attempts to get the ball out of the corner. Oh, almost a good shot. An absolute clanger from Stellar onto the crossbar. UMD scrambling just a little bit, but they're able to hold it off so far.
Alright, now here we go. We've got Hexy tries to get that touch, does not manage to. Turtle, though, has control, moves forward with the ball, tries to get it past Odds, but he does not manage to, and Odds with that bounce, I think, off the ceiling. Fairly good shot there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good angle from him there, especially recovering off of that 50, sending it straight into the ceiling. That's adaptability right there. Now, with 4 minutes left, a lot of time left in the game, UMD, very minor setback.
Yeah, fairly good play, fairly good read there from Odds, but UMD has been known to, you know, score fairly quickly in a lot of these games and a lot of the matches that we played this semester, so we'll see how much further they can end up going. We see their Hexy pushing that ball into the middle, gets it past Scooter, but cannot get it past Odds. Turtle gets challenged, Turtle challenges Odds there in the midfield, but it doesn't end up going too much further than that, and this ball is mostly just kind of bouncing around the midfield. UMD trying to create passing plays, tries that little high slow redirect, but it does not manage to find its way into the net.
Yeah, UDEL looking like they're playing a little bit faster this time around. Oh wow, what a demo, but Stellar with that backflip instead of taking the shot. I think that would have been a goal there for him.
Yeah, no, I think there was a man behind the ball. I think it would have just 50'd, honestly, from there. Although it was a fairly good demo. We can see those moments now. Those are the moments that Delaware tries to create where, you know, a demo without enough time to really react just kind of messes up the rotations and leaves the entire team in like a difficult position to play. But now we've got Waiters here trying to take control of this ball, trying to take control of this shot. We've got Hexy himself also trying to do so. And
ball straight into the back corner again. 2.5 minutes left. UDEL has been decisively in control of this game so far.
Now we've got Hexy. He's got the ball. He's got a little bit of time, but not enough time to get that ball past Odds since he did not have the boost to build up speed there. Scooter trying to push that into the middle, get into a spot where a teammate can shoot it, but he only gets as far as Turtle. Stellar once again tries to carry that ball forward. Delaware very happy to just kind of burn time, but they might not be too happy. Turtle is not fast enough to get to that ball right there. But we've got a high bounce there now, up off the backboard, but Delaware with a save. Stellar with that big redirect pushes it back into the UMD half.
Odds with the good boost seal on UMD's half. Just trying to bleed them dry at this point. As they go for another shot, Stellar tries to go for the double tap read, but it gets cleaned up by Turtle, who goes for his own double tap read. Can't quite make it though. Ran out of boost just before the critical moment.
Yeah, we see there. It seems like he had the read there, seems like he had the positioning, but he just did not have the boost to get down into that position. We see there, I'm not exactly sure what Odds was trying to do there, but he does manage to get back in time to get a challenge there. Ball ends up going to Waiters. carrying it forward, out of boost, but he gets the bump.
Oh, no.
That shot onto the post. UMD might be kicking themselves a little bit for that. 50 seconds left on the clock to find a goal.
Good save there from Hexy, I mean. Racing with Udell at that ball, preventing them from going up another score. 42 seconds left. They need to make something happen now, but Udell is just on them. Mutual demo in net, but good clear into the corners to prevent Udell from scoring.
No, wait, I think that those were just two separate demos that happened at the same time.
Oh, either way, they happened at the same time. It's pretty hard to tell. What a shot, though, from Waiters, though, to tie it up with 22 seconds left.
Yeah, beautiful shot there from Waiters. We see there Turtle pushes that ball, gets that off the inside corner. Odds tries to challenge it, but he only gets it as far as Waiters. Waiters sees that net, sees the space, and he just takes that shot. Easy game, easy life.
22 seconds left. Easy shot, easy life is correct. We need more of those in UMD's life. That's not the clear I'd like from Turtle, though. Oh, Waiters with some on-the-line heroics, though.
Yeah.
Able to clear the ball all the way to the other side. Looking a little bit dangerous there, but 5 seconds left. We just have to wait and see what happens. Turtle taking it command controlled. Never mind,
What?
he backflips and then loses it. Now
Yeah,
they just
fair.
kind of let it die and go to overtime. Smart play there.
It seemed like it was going to be like a little bit of a complex play. Turtle trying to take control of that, but just kind of leaves it alone. And Delaware decides, you know what, we're just going to put this one down. Let's see what overtime looks like. This is the third overtime in a row of this series.
Yeah, if that doesn't say the teams are evenly matched, then I don't know what is. Good shot there from Turtle, making it look a little bit awkward for Udell, but they keep it out. Now, Waiters with the follow-up. Doesn't go anywhere.
Now here we go. Challenge there from Hexy. Hexy pushes that ball, ends up going into that left side, and now Waiters has control. Tries to push that into the net, but it does not end up going past. We've got 3 Delaware defenders there in that same area. Hexy, though, with that double tap, only gets it onto the back wall a second time. Hopefully a UMD player would have been able to follow up on that, but there just was not enough space. There was not enough time. Delaware seems to weather the storm and now can go forward, taking shots, but not putting them on target.
Now, Waiters with control on the ball, gets 50 though to keep it squarely in the midfield. We need something crazy to happen soon. Oh, not like that. Never mind, we're good, we're good.
Great save there from Turtle. Gets demoed for his troubles. It seems that Delaware is a little bit frustrated with his play, but he manages to come back soon enough at least to make that big clearance. Now Delaware trying to make team plays happen. We see that infield pass to back and forth, the 1-2. Doesn't manage to put it on target, though. Now Hexy trying to show them how to do an infield pass, but it ends up falling straight to the Delaware defenders. Not out of the woods yet, though. UMD still in their half, not with too much boost, but with a lot of time.
Yeah, good on Udell for recognizing that the play was happening and shutting it down before Turtle could get to that ball. UMD with a little bit less boost than they would like. Working with practically empty tanks right now just to try and keep the ball out of the net. Another boost steal from Odds. I don't even know anymore.
The House of Odds.
Whatever his name is, he is a demon for those boost pads. Anything to slow UMD down. They are just weathering the storm right now, though. Hexy taking it slow, tries to get the 50, but it goes into the corner, though.
Yeah, now we've got Scooter. Oh, wait, Scooter carrying that ball forward, but he doesn't manage to get it past Waiters. We can see he hit the ball a little bit too far away from himself to be able to make that follow-up. Now Odds coming forward, pushing that ball down into the UMD corner. Hexy, once again, retakes control, tries to knock that down, but does not manage to do so.
Gets the foot reset past 1, can't get it past 2, though. Now, again from the ceiling. Oh, tries to go for the reset again, but Udell is just all over him. This is UMD's shot, though. They're looking a little bit awkward in the corner. Scrambling, one might say. Hexy with the boost grab and gets the shot just off target, though. And that bounce is just the worst. Nobody can predict something like that. Oh, man.
Psionics makes worst bounce in history, asked to leave Epic Games. Anyway, Hexy has just a little bit of control. We see there, great save, has control, has boost, pushes that ball out of the UMD half, but only gets as far as Stellar, who tries to push that off the back wall. Great save there from Turtle. Hexy trying to go up, but doesn't have the boost. Waiters pushing forward, trying to make something happen in that Delaware defense. Turtle also trying to make something happen there, but it ends up getting cleared back out into UMD's half. 4 minutes deep into this overtime, it is still 1-1.
Man, was this the longest overtime, or is the other one longer? I feel like
this
this
is the longest one, or the longest one tonight at least.
So far. Oh, that's a good shot there from.
Oh,
man. Hexy. I don't know if he accidentally front flipped there, if that was a choice. He had the ball past one. Udell just kind of flipped by it.
I think he was trying to fake and leave for a teammate.
Yeah.
Which he did manage to get the fake off, but the other teammate simply was not close enough. I think the read just wasn't the greatest. We see that ball bounce right there in the middle. Odds pushes it to the corner on that 50. And UMD trying to push forward, and we see there really, really good 50 there. Turtle gets it to the middle, but it's a little bit too high to be in a shootable position, and it gives Delaware the time to come back. 5 full minutes in about 8 seconds.
Yeah, these bounces have just been like insanely unfortunate for UMD. Every single time they get some sort of offensive pressure, the ball is just careening towards the ceiling, unable for them to do something. Another attempt there from Turtle. Again, just not at the right angle. Oh!
Ooh, beautiful play there. And we see there Turtle puts that one away. Makes this a 3-0 series for UMD. We are on match point.
UMD out-muscling Udell once again. After all these long overtimes, their nerves must be shot. That's a heartbreaking way to lose a 5-minute plus overtime game.
Yeah, 3 overtimes, 3 wins. I think UMD's really, really, getting ready to handle business and getting ready to put this one away.
Yeah. Imagine if the betting was actually opened up to the chat. I bet some people are cooking up some crazy parlays right now. Unfortunately, we can't see it, but it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do that with, like, channel points. Although I'm not sure who exactly would run that, but, it's probably possible.
Isn't it like an automated thing?
It's not automated. You have to have, like, a mod running it or the person running the stream itself.
Oh, well, I'm sure we can get something like that set up. I think it'd be fun to have a little bit more interaction in the chats. I think some big Rocket League streamers like Johnny Boy tend to do that a lot with the 1v1 show matches.
Now, we saw the team right there, pretty locked in. They look very, very ready to put a bow on this series and take home the NECC championships tonight.
Championship on a clean sweep would be a supreme way to end it. Let's see if they can get it started right now. Hexy with time and space gets the reset past one, gets 50'd in the air though. Waiters with the follow-up, and Turtle on the goal line can't get the 50 where he wants it to go. Now, Stellar with an opportunity as well.
Now we see this ball, it's coming forward, trying to carry that slowly forward. Waiters doesn't come down to 50 it, but he does end up having enough time to come out and just push that out of the threatening area of the net. Turtle pushing it forward as well.
Ooh.
Gets that bounce off the back wall, but there's nobody there to follow it up, and this game remains 0-0.
Close attempt there from UMD. It just bounces off the crossbar in the most unfortunate fashion, though. They'll have more opportunities like that, though. Here we see Waiters. Gets the backflip. Leaves it for Hexy, who has time again in the air. Can he get that reset past one? Drops it down, but Scooter's on the backboard to keep it away.
Now we see there Turtle trying to push that ball into the middle, trying to set up a play for a teammate to follow up on. Does not manage to. We see here that Delaware's defense, as it's been for most of the series, is fairly solid, where you just have to beat, like, you have to single-handedly beat, like, 2 men just to set up one little play that, like, might end up in a goal. And Delaware just consistently has, like, a lot of players just behind the ball defensively, covering different positions, making challenges, making blocks. it's not a, it's a fairly difficult situation to try and get past, but UMD have, managed to do it when it counts in this series.
Yeah, despite the score of the series, UDL is playing a very solid game. It's taken a lot for UMD to get past their defense and just work them down in such a way that they can score these goals. They haven't been really crazy goals either. It's been like, some sort of 50s, or like just defense being completely worn down after shot after shot.
No, we see here Stellar isn't up there. Odds pushes forward, tries to get that ball into a difficult position for UMD to deal with. Both Hexy and Turtle in that net, though, managed to push that ball out. Turtle specifically gets that big clearance up. Hexy puts that off the back wall. It looked like he wanted to try and attempt a double tap. It seems like he did not have the read that he needed on it. Now we've got another one of those demos. We can see, again, Delaware trying to mess up UMD's rotations, but UMD gets a little bit of revenge for it. Just a little bump there onto Odds stops him from getting that ball, and that ball falls harmlessly back into the Delaware half.
One thing I like that Waiters did earlier was he knew he couldn't reach the ball, so what he did was just bump the offending player as far away from it as he could, because what is an offensive play without the player, right? Oh man, speaking of players, Odds there with the double tap read.
We see there Stellar goes up, beats the first man on that bounce, beats the second man up in the air, and Odds only has one to beat on the goal line. Obviously, he pre-jumps, he jumps early, hopefully trying to make at least like a challenge or just get a touch on the ball, but he's just not in the right spot.
Hexy, I don't know if he was trying to go for some sort of demo there, or if he was just waiting for that pre-jump pass.
Yeah. Looked like a bump or a demo, but didn't end up going anywhere right there. Now we've got Turtle, though, getting it under one, and then that demo from Hexy onto number two. Number three, though, Stellar coming in. Big save, big pitch off the back wall. Doesn't manage to get it too... Ooh!
Hexy being crazy offensive right now with these demos. Playing the muscle game. And as I say that, the follow-up from Hexy himself.
Yeah, really, really great play. We see Turtle jump up just high, gets that air dribble, beats the first man, gets that touch on the ball past Stellar so that he cannot get that clearance, and Hexy can just come in, tuck that ball into the net. Really, really good play from Turtle there to set that up, and really good play from Hexy to just be there and be ready to handle that. I know a lot of teammates who aren't ready to finish passes.
One of those teammates is me, actually. It's really tough to... Oh, good save there from Waiters. UMD in a little bit of a defensive pickle right now. They're able to clear it out into the corner, though, at the cost of literally all of their boost. Let's see if they can keep this offensive attack going, though. Waiters with a good 50, sending it in, and just barely missing that follow-up, too. That would have sent it off the backboard for a waiting UMD player.
There we go. Good challenge there. Hexy pushes that ball out to the side wall, and now Waiters with that 50. Good save there with 15 seconds left on the clock. UMD in defense trying to make something happen. This could be the end of the series.
Wow, that was close. Now Waiters with the follow-up. No dice. Letting this ball die. Oh, never mind. They have one final chance. Hexy. Zero boost? No. Are they just going to let this one die?
Yeah,
they
this
are.
One goes to the ground, and a fourth overtime in a row. UMD has won the last three overtimes, however. We see there mutual demo between Turtle and Stellar. Both of them just kind of going after each other instead of starting that kickoff. Turtle pushing forward, trying to pop that high, move it down to the defense. Delaware isn't in a great spot. Oh, that's a really good defensive play from Delaware. We see there UMD's offense trying to slow play Delaware, trying to leave them in a bad position to follow up, but they can see it, and they both just follow up on it. Good touch there.
I like the idea from Waiters, though. That fake would have been the fake to end all fakes. He almost had it, too. Just...
I mean, it literally would have been the fake to end all fakes. It would have ended the tournament.
Yeah, we can see if they try it again, though. Udell looking just a little bit rattled here, trying to get some sort of purchase on this ball. Getting a little bit more control. Now Hexy gets the midfield pass to Waiters. The ball bounces straight down. Can he
Beautiful play! And UMD will be taking the NECC Division III championship over Delaware in a sweep 4-0.
4 overtimes, 4 victories. How do you end it any better than that?
See, that's the kind of work that I want to see from the boys, because they come out, they handle business.
Oh my gosh, what a series from UMD. I'm so glad we got to see a dub in the studio tonight on the finals. You can't ask for anything more than that.
You know, yeah, you really can't ask for anything more than that. I've been in this studio for, well, like the past year or so.
Me for the past couple of years now, since like late freshman year, early sophomore year. It's been a run.
And it's a good thing to see the team carry a championship. But anyway, I think this is going to be the last Rocket League stream of the year, which means that this is going to be our last time seeing you guys until 2025. UMD will still be playing next week on, I think, Wednesday in the BEC third place match. But that's about it for me and for my co-caster Danko. So from Terps Esports, have a good night.